Hello, everybody. Assalamu alaikum all. My name is Anjum Nawab, and I'm a stay home mom of three pretty kids in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And I'm a proud online business entrepreneur. I'm live here today to talk more about my business. And I have a very special guest with me, all the way from Toronto, who is a pioneer in this business. With her advice and her guidance, many people are flourishing in this business. And mashallah, her confidence is as high as any skyscraper, and her knowledge of the business is as deep as the ocean. So, my friends, let's put it together and invite Tehmina ji onto my page. Aslam.
Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum. Oh my God, I think you're a poet. Oh my God, that was so beautiful. Thank you so much. I don't think anybody's ever said all those things to me.
Alhamdulillah, I'm so glad to hear this, Tehmina ji. I wanted to say something special about you because I keep hearing about you, and I'm so happy कि आपने मेरा you accepted my invite. Thank you so
Uh,
much.
no, you're most welcome. I never ever say no to anyone. I always say yes because I think it's so important for us to help others and give back because others helped me when I was starting. So I
Ji,
make
ji.
sure that I pay it back always, always. And then I get to meet amazing people and hear such amazing things about me. So thank you.
Alhamdulillah. So, Tehmina ji, let's start with your introduction. So, if you can go ahead and introduce yourself to my audience, please.
Yeah, for sure. So you see my name on the screen. My name's Tehmina. I am actually from India. I've been in Canada over 20 years now. And when we moved here, my boys were really young. I have two boys, mashallah. My boys are all grown up now. They've moved out. They're for their job and things like that. Very blessed that I also have my mother-in-law that lives with me full time. My parents live in Toronto as well. So I feel that's such a blessing. And about myself professionally, I when I came to Canada, I didn't have any plans of working, but one income wasn't enough. I had to start working, so I did customer service work from home, call center kind of jobs for a few years. I went to school back in 2010 for a whole year, and then I joined one of the top five banks in Canada. So I was working at TD since 2012, and I came across this business back in 2020 and I decided to start doing it. So yeah, so that's my story in a nutshell.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah. So, Tehmina ji, like our business is an online business, and we make use of the social media platform here. It's not like a get rich by a click process, and we definitely don't see overnight results here.
Yeah.
So, like for any person who is entering the business, so what should be the attitude and the mindset to survive and flourish in this business?
Very interesting question. Okay, so mindset, whether it is this business or absolutely anything in life, you have to have a positive mindset, right?
Ji.
Because if you go with into anything with the mindset that I don't know if I can do it or not, whether it's a job that you get, whether your kids go to school, whether you move to a new country as a new immigrant, which is a big step that you took when you came here, or I did as well.
Yes.
Um, you have to have the right mindset of being that yes, I am going to make it happen. So that is the mindset, right? Even if you're trying something new, as long as you have a very strong why, that this is why I'm doing it, and don't forget your why. I had somebody, one of my team members, reach out to me yesterday. I just reach out to people in my team, if I haven't heard from them, and she kind of messaged me back and saying, she was going through some stuff, and then she goes, I really need motivation and I really need a kick, and I said, you already have the motivation. Think of your why. That's what's going to help you. Anything that you do, when you go for a job and you show up every morning, say you start at 8 to 5, you get up early in the morning, get your kids ready, you go to job, or even if you're a stay-at-home mom, there is a certain routine you follow. You do it because your why is that, yes, I want to take care of my kids, or I want to bring an income in. It's the same attitude. It's nothing different, right? It's the same. It's challenges. Everybody has challenges with everything that we do in life. The challenges in our business are a little different. That's all.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's not a get rich quick scheme, and you have to come in with the mindset that this is something that works because it is proven.
Yeah.
A lot of people have had results, and if you put in the time and the effort that is required, and when I say time and the effort, it's hardly anything compared to what I was doing when I was working in a full-time job. So, if you're willing to learn and you're willing to put in the time that is needed to, get where others have gotten,
Mhm.
then it's not that tough to do.
Yeah. So the commitment factor should be strong, and and there should be consistency in our work, and then we can go ahead and survive in this business. Like initially you will not be able to see so many results, and we have to be patient and reach out to our mentors and our coach, and try to get the details of the business.
Yeah, and it also depends on, because you have to realize, Anjum, we are doing something that is completely out of our comfort zone. We are doing something that we have no experience about. And
No
when I
idea.
say we, I know I'm talking about myself and many people in my team.
Even me, yeah.
I don't
Everybody.
have anybody that's come from a marketing background, right? Or even having like a social media kind of,
Yeah, because
experience.
many people are not
Yeah,
even socially active. Like they
yeah,
just, yeah, on Facebook, Instagram. Many of us are not even active. Like we
yeah.
we get introduced to Instagram, Twitter only when we are joining
Doing the
here.
business. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And there's always going to be a learning curve, right? When you're doing something brand new, there is definitely going to be a learning curve. So when you come into this, and why are you coming into this? If you're happy with what you're doing, or if you have a job, then keep doing that. But if you're coming into this, is because you know that this can change the way you're living right now. It can give you more freedom. It can give you more income, more flexibility. So then you have to put in, थोड़ी मेहनत करना पड़ती है, right? To get the returns. So if you don't put in the effort, you're not going to get the returns.
Yes.
So yeah,
Okay, so moving on, Teminaji, like I am meeting many people like who have been burned down because of the scams when they
yeah,
try to make money online.
yeah.
So they are willing to join the business, but they are a bit skeptical because they fear like it can be a scam too. So how do we deal with this kind of people and regain their trust for our business? Like it's not a scam. So how do we regain
So
the trust?
okay, so the thing with the scams is, what is a scam? Let's say you put in money and it just like there was nothing. You got nothing for it. You could have paid money for a product. You could have paid money for a service, and then after that there was nothing. That is a scam where somebody just takes your money and you don't get anything back. You have to do your due diligence, right?
Yes.
Even phone scams have become so prevalent
Hmm.
now. And it's not just online. There are scams everywhere. Even you're walking on the street, you're going to a grocery store, somebody can just stop you and try to get money out of you.
Yes.
So the thing with an online thing, something like our platform, is you have to look into different factors. Like, first and foremost, do you know the name of the person that you're actually speaking with? Do you see them? Because sometimes if it's just a thing where you're seeing an ad, you're clicking, there is no person involved, you
Yes.
don't know what the, like, where are you giving the money to? In our system, everything is very open in a way. I know
Hmm.
people will say we don't give the name of the company and stuff. There is a reason why we don't. It's not that we are completely hiding it, but we have a process that people have to follow.
Yes.
So let's say if somebody comes across an ad, they can see who Anjum is. They can follow your page. They can see that you're real. And
Hmm.
even after that, the first step is completely free. You're not
Hmm.
spending any money. So
Yes.
how are you going to get scammed if you're not even spending any money, right?
Hmm.
After that first step, then there is a small fee of 149 that people have to pay,
Yes.
which is also refundable within 30 days. But that allows us, and the reason we put that fee is so that people can look into our business in more detail, and we get the right people who are willing to put in that money, who know who we share our information with. Because otherwise, if you're getting a lot of people who are registering for the workshop, half of them don't even remember they did. They're not
Yeah.
really interested. It's only the people that are interested that move ahead. So in my case also, initially when I came across this, I was skeptical. But
Hmm.
all I did was I went online and I did my own research. Don't take our word for it, right? Once you do that, then you will know whether this is for you or not. And many a times, let's say everything looks good to you, but it's just not for you. Like my own sister is not in this business. She knows everything about it, but she's not in the business. So that was her personal choice. So all those things will make you realize that this is real. There are so many of us that are doing this, and we come live, we are showing our
Yes.
families. I posted a picture of my mother-in-law today on my page because she's coming back from India after nine months, or is it 11 months actually? Yeah, after
Hmm.
11 months she's coming back. So those kind of things should put your mind at ease that this is not a scam, and
Hmm.
then you can take that step and be comfortable about it.
And Teminaji, what about that? Like this, our business, 100% legitimate business, and we have 23. We are registered in 23 countries around the globe, and our members.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the thing, is that once you come into the system, once you learn more about what we are, what our company is and things like that, you will realize that, like in Canada, we get a T4A, which is for our commission income. In the US as well, you get a 1099. The company one of our affiliates, we have multiple affiliates, first and foremost, okay?
Okay.
So one of the affiliates that we has actually has offices in 23 countries around the world, that
Okay.
service 38 countries. So these kind of things should put your mind at ease, that it's a solid, there's a brick and mortar offices. It's not just everything is virtual. You can actually go to an office in New York, you can actually go to a physical office in Toronto,
Yeah.
or Vancouver. So yeah, so those kind of
Just
things are there.
involved in the marketing part, but there are real offices out there,
Yeah,
and that we
absolutely.
can visit and get confirmation like
Yeah,
this is not a scam.
yeah.
Then, Tehmina, like when you started this business, so did you face any challenges or any problems? And if you did, then how did you overcome those challenges?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing was, as I said, I did not have any experience, right, in the online space. I had a
Mhm.
Facebook page. I barely ever used it. I'm still not good at Instagram. I've been doing this business over 2 years, but that's not one of the platforms I'm promoting on. Now I'm getting into TikTok. But in the beginning, that was my main, I would say, the challenge is learning about how the system works, how to make an ad. It's a
Mhm.
learning curve.
Learning.
Those were the only challenges per se that I had. Alhamdulillah, I'm very blessed. I have a very supportive husband, although I didn't tell him about this when I started. But he's been very supportive, and I have an amazing family that supports me as well. So the community has been great. If I ever got stuck in anything, we have such a good
Yes.
community that you can reach out to. So per se, I didn't face any challenges that I can say that, oh my God, this was like something out of the box. It's the normal challenges that you would face when you're starting something absolutely new, right?
New.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
It's the same thing with me as well, Taimanji. Like I did not do any job when after marriage and anything, and for me it was a new thing. The first time I ever did anything on my own is this business, and so
Yeah.
for me to learn the basic knowledge of skills of computer, just the basic skills, computer skills, and
Yeah.
which like with this marriage and kids and everything, I had no touch with them.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it was for me the very big challenge to even speak to anybody. Like because I was just in the house, and Alhamdulillah, I'm married for 14 years with three
Mashallah.
kids. Yeah. And, yeah. So for me, it was the biggest challenge. But Alhamdulillah, we have good support here. We
Yeah.
have a good mentor, and Farana. Farana is my mentor. So Alhamdulillah, she guides me so well. So I think everybody has some or the other challenges, but we have good resources to look back to, and so yeah, it goes on well. So we don't have any problem with these challenges.
Yeah, yeah. You learn a lot in this business, Anjum. It's not just, see, success or results are not always about an income too. Like,
Hmm.
even though it might take you a little bit of time to start seeing the results income wise, you will start seeing the results in yourself within
Yourself.
a month or so. Yeah. You will learn a lot. Like, I could, like, even with you, right? You,
Yeah,
you
of course.
wouldn't have ever need, I didn't even know what StreamYard was, that we could do this, go live on
I had
Facebook through
the
this
confidence
platform,
already
right?
to
So, yeah.
speak. I didn't
Yeah.
have the confidence to speak
Yeah.
and to do this post and everything. No knowledge about them, but Alhamdulillah, I'm
Absolutely.
enjoying it. It's like
Yeah,
a new thing to wake up to, and mashallah, it's very motivating. It increases your personal confidence, I would say. Yeah.
that is true. That is so true. Yeah, that's so good to hear that.
Yeah. So, like, Taminaji, so when a person wants to join a business, so the simple route is just you go to the website and register, and you go to the live workshop and pay $149, and you get the access to the training and the private Facebook. But like many of my friends and many of the people I meet, they are like, why do you have to pay $149 to give just information? If you have to refund it, then why are you asking for this?
Yeah,
So
very.
how do you deal with
Yeah, I know that's a very normal question for people to ask, right? Because everybody wants everything for free nowadays, first and foremost. So the thing is, we have a very simple and graduated process. Okay, the first step that we offer everyone, anyone that's interested, is a free workshop.
yes.
There are many, many, many people that are usually just interested, because when something is for free, it's easy for people to just, there's no commitment,
Hmm.
right? The reason we have that 149 is, as I mentioned earlier, it allows us to see who is actually seriously looking into the business and who's just clicked on it for a win,
Hmm.
right? Many a times, let's say if I'm getting 10 leads a day, 10 people going to my website and registering, there might be one person out of the 10 that is actually seriously looking for something we're offering. The rest of them, there might be 8 of them that might not even remember that they actually clicked on a link and put in an email. It has happened. And when you talk to people, they say, oh, I don't remember, so they're not even really seriously looking. The one person is curious and they know that they registered, but they don't have the time and they're too busy. So there's only the last person, that 1% out of 10 who's actually seriously looking into this and will end up paying the 149. So that it gives us a chance to vet the kind of people that we are bringing in. It's a vetting process for us. The other thing is, for you, when you pay the 149, you kind of show your commitment that yes, you're seriously looking into this, and that allows us to share information with you that is copyrighted. So one of our major affiliates that we are connected with, their compensation model is copyrighted. So when we are sharing it with people, we need to make sure that we're sharing it with the right people, right? The other thing is, you get access to our private Facebook group. We add you to a private Facebook group that has a community of over 135,000 people right now.
Yes.
All those things we cannot add each and every person. So
Yes.
let's say if you come in for free and you want all this information for free, we can verbally tell you, but that's not going to give you the full picture of what the business does. And then you will not have access to the Facebook group either. So you will not see other people that are getting these amazing results. It'll just be me telling you something verbally, and I can make up any story that I want.
Yeah.
But for us to make sure that what we are sharing with you is real and you can believe it, we actually send you 3 hours of videos that break down our full compensation model in detail.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Now, let's say if you decide you want to refund, you have your choice. You can just refund. It's a very simple process. You just reply to the email you get with the videos and you get the refund. But if you decide to move ahead in the business, the 149 is actually what you pay for access to our system. That system that creates your website for you for the 149, it gives you access to a marketing campaign as well as access to a 24/7 training site. All of this you get for that one-time fee of 149.
Yes.
So that's the reason we have that fee.
Mhm.
And it's not a huge amount, honestly. It's not a big ask in today's world, because you easily pay that just for a dinner for a family of four,
Mhm.
And if you look in the online space, if anybody's ever looked into it or researched it, just the initial thing to get information, even for a course on Amazon, you will have to pay minimum $500. And there is no thing of 30-day refund. Maybe they'll have, like, some of them may have a 10-day, but mostly you don't even get anything. So then you are actually giving money. You don't even know what course you're buying.
Yes.
We actually give you that out. So that's the reason so many people have joined. We have, as I said, more than 135,000 people that are looking into this. And, so many business owners have come out of this because they have followed that same process. So, why fix it when it ain't broken, right? It's working for us. The right people are reaching out to us. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's all I want to share.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you so much, Tehmina ji, for giving us your time and sharing your knowledge and your wisdom. It's my pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for coming over.
You're very welcome, Anjum. Thank you so much for inviting me. And I really wish you all the very best. Okay.
Thank you, Tehmina
Take
ji.
care.
Take care.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much, everybody.